on what you want to do. Like, there's a weird, like, I think some people think I'm a golf writer. I'm not. I mean, I write from time to time. It's not really what I do on a day to day basis. But some people ask, like, how do I get into write? I really want to write, and I really want to write about golf. And I say, well, like, pitch a story, like write something, And the amount of times you'd be shocked that like they either pitch the story and I tell them to go write it and they never write it, or they never come back with a pitch. It's like 99%. Like, so I think a lot of people just want to be like, how do I get into this thing? Can you set it up for me and hand it
Hmm.
to me on a silver platter? Which is just not how it worked. Like I didn't know I was going to do this when I got hired. I pitched them. I'd said the same thing. When I emailed Travis, I said, how do I, how do I write here? Like, how do I work here? And he said, do you have a story to tell? And I went back and I got my story together and I pitched him. He said, go write it. And I wrote it and I sent it back to him. No guarantee of being paid, no guarantee of being published. It worked. He published. Then he called me and said, would you like an internship? So my internship was 3 months of me like them giving me words and photos to put on social media and me loading it and pressing publish. Like all of the stuff after is stuff that I I helped create or build or like carve out this like cool job. It didn't exist. There was no brand manager that allowed you to do digital content and events and marketing and merchandise and all the and video and like all like it didn't exist. So like you have to there's a little bit of building the world that you want to live in, but you also just like when people ask me how do I get into media or how do I get into whatever it may be, you just start doing it. Like you force people to hire you. You get into media by doing media. You have to you give reasons for those people to go out and say you are good at this thing. Um, would you like to come work here?